It's Sunday morning and I am going to make some uh, homemade buttermilk biscuits and bacon gravy. Just like Mom used to do on Sunday mornings. So I'm starting here in my Dutch oven. I'm going to get that heated up to medium high. And then straight away I can go ahead and add my bacon, and that is 1/4 pound of sliced bacon. So we're just going to get that in there and let that cook up. It's going to take a few minutes. I do have a recipe on my blog for drop biscuits and sausage gravy. So feel free to check that out. That's at The Righteous Kitchen at blogspot.com. Or you can always Google search The Righteous Kitchen and it should come up. I've been testing out buttermilk biscuit recipes this week, and I tell you, I've tried different techniques in rolling them out. This one here, it's a nice flaky biscuit. You roll your layers out to 1/4 inch layers and then stack them. Gives you a nice biscuit. But, you know, sometimes you find a recipe and you really don't need to go experimenting with it. I found through this trial and error that the recipe I've been using all along was perfect. So, I'm going to go back to that one. But it's always good to give it a try, though. You don't know what you're missing out on if you don't give it a try. So just be patient with this, and what you're looking for is your bacon to get cooked all the way through, because once you put the milk in there and the flour, it's not going to really cook that much more. So you want your bacon to cook all the way through, and you want that bacon fat to get rendered. I found a tip to cutting the bacon into small pieces is I have more luck just using the kitchen shears than I do the knife. It comes out a lot easier for me. So, there's a tip. It's almost there. I am going to cut back the heat just a little bit to medium-high. Just a little bit over medium-low. We started out on medium-high, so we cut it back to medium-low. And I'll zoom in the camera on the pan so you can see exactly the doneness on the bacon that we're looking for. So here it is. You just want your bacon cooked all the way through. And look at all that fat. That's what we're going to be using for the base of our roux. Alright. So at this point it's going to move very quickly. I have 1/4 cup of flour, all-purpose flour. When we get that in there, and just stir it around. You want that flour to absorb that oil. That's about the texture. So let me give you a close-up of that. So the flour is in. I just let it cook for about a minute. And then I'm going to add 2 cups of whole milk. The whole thing at one time. And stir continually. As you're stirring, you want to get those bits that are on the pan and on the side of the pan. It's got that bacon bits. So this will keep your gravy from sticking. And it's also going to give you a head start on cleaning the pan. There we go. Now you can put your heat back a little bit higher to medium-high. We just cut it back a minute there because we didn't want our bacon to burn. So we're just scraping all those bacon bits from the bottom of the pan. And from the side, if you can get the sides, that's great too. And you want to just stay here the whole time and stir this. Sometimes what I'll do is just make the roux part, which is the bacon with the grease and the flour. I'll just cook a large batch of that and put it in smaller portions and freeze it. That way I always have a roux on hand. It goes great if I could use that bacon roux for sausage gravy, and that turns out really nice. Also, I could use the roux as a base for clam chowder. So this is already starting to thicken up. It's got a nice consistency already. We're going to let it come to a boil. it's already up to a boil. So I'm going to put this on real low, and then I want to taste it to season it. Put a little bit in here and give it a taste. It's very good. I'm going to add I'm going to start with a half a teaspoon of my righteous seasoning. I use this in place of salt and pepper. It's got a bunch of seasonings in there. That's on my website too. So let's put a half a teaspoon in there. And we'll go from there. It has a really nice bacon flavor. Let me give this a try. That's it. A half a teaspoon did it. So let me go ahead and plate this up. I'll go ahead and turn off the heat. So let me get this nice biscuit here. Let me move this so you can see. I've got one of these biscuits, buttermilk biscuit that's rolled out. I'll go ahead and cut it in half. Look at those nice layers. Okay, so I'll cut it in half. Serve up some gravy here. And there you have it. Bacon gravy with homemade buttermilk biscuits. Feel free to share this video with your friends and head over and check out some more recipes at the Righteous Kitchen at blogspot.com. Just Google the Righteous Kitchen and you'll find me. Thank you, and you have a great day.